Nigeria's debt stock continues to rise amidst worries by analysts on sustainability of the country's debt. A total of 11.784 trillion naira and $8.168 billion has been spent over the last 7 years to service both domestic and external debt obligations respectively, data from Debt Management Office (DMO) has shown. The country's domestic and external debt stock has risen by 127.9% and 272.9% respectively over the last 7 years, compared to the 8.836 trillion domestic debt obligation of the country as of 2015. The debt stock had risen to 20.144 trillion naira as of the end of March 2022. Annual debt service payment for domestic obligations had doubled from 1.18 trillion naira in 2015 to 2.54 trillion naira by the end of 2021. While the first 3 months of 2022, the federal government had paid out 668.69 billion naira in interest on its local borrowings. In the same vein, external borrowings of the country has soared to $39.969 billion as at March 2022 compared to the debt stock of $10.718 billion it owned external creditors as at the end of 2015. In the same manner, the amount paid annually to service the external debt obligations rose from $331.59 million in 2015 to $2.109 billion in 2021. In the first quarter of 2022, the country paid out $548.789 million to its external creditors. Analysts had continuously warned that the country's debt profile is fast becoming unsustainable. Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning Zainab Ahmed recently mentioned that the rising debt of the country and its high spending plan were increasingly making servicing of its debt challenging. With the country planning to expend 4 trillion naira on fuel subsidy, Ahmed noted that the unplanned subsidy payments would mean increased borrowing for the country. Meanwhile, the International Monetary Fund (IMF) had earlier warned that the country may be spending all its revenue on servicing debt in the next 4 years if the rising debt level is not cautioned. It is estimated that the country's debt profile would hit 45 trillion naira by the end of this year. IMF's representative for Nigeria, Ari Essen, disclosed that upon conducting a macro-fiscal stress test, the interest payments on debt could amount to Nigeria using 100% of its revenue to service debt by 2026 if not closely monitored.